So go ahead, Chris.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I have some points here from the chat that are things I was thinking about myself. So they're asking
Hmm.
Nick, what are your thoughts on the pay rate for different passions? So how do you
So
get
what?
the
Sorry.
the pay rates? Because something
Pay
that you may
rates
be
for different
passionate
passions.
about may not pay you as well, something that you may
Hmm.
not be passionate about, like something that's more standard. And someone else says
Hmm.
that the misconception of success is that you need financial success to bring happiness eventually. So how do you think that affects someone's
Yes.
drive towards their passion, like getting paid?
Right. Right. Good question. Um, so you can be successful in life and never again connect with your passion. So again, because of the way we have been conditioned, we want to give everything a dollar value. All right. And so we're saying passion, success, how much money? And I am saying that yes, sometimes or often, we hope, people will discover their passion and people will discover ways in which to monetize their passion to make it pay for them, right?
Hmm.
That's a wonderful thing. And again, this is part of my own personal evolution because I always thought passion and vocation must go together, passion and job. And somebody told me, I have a brother who is a postal worker, but his passion is sailing.
Hmm.
You know, every hour that he's not working in the post office, he's out sailing on weekends and he lives for the weekends and stuff like that. And I'm like, hmm, that's an interesting one. So the first thing I want to dispel, even in my own evolution of thinking, is that passion and pay don't always necessarily go together. It's a wonderful thing when it does. Also, success does not mean passion. Again, there are many people go in the graveyard who have been very successful in life, whatever that success means. But I'm suggesting that maybe we need to redefine success. That maybe success is not about the fact that you ended up with 2 cars and a 4-bedroom house. But success is that you lived into what you were created to do. And not that you become a pauper in the process, but that is part of it. So I'm just saying again, it's not as simple an answer as what is the price? What
Yeah.
is the price tag you put on?
Mm.
Okay, but again, here's where the creativity comes in. I'm a postal worker. I like to sail on weekends. Sailing is my passion. What are all the ways, because we could put a but in there. I'm a postal worker, but I like to sail. So, there's a kind of a disconnect there. I would say, what are all the ways, if that person was my client, that we might explore how you might be able to monetize your passion for sailing?
Chartering.
How could you do your passion and make money out of it? And again, that's a different story for each individual. Again, like Rihanna. Rihanna was discovered in Barbados because she's a pretty girl. Let's not pretend that doesn't exist. But she also has a beautiful voice. And so she was introduced to the recording industry. And again, from where I stand, I think Rihanna is a very successful individual who has connected with her passion. Those two things seem to be working for her, but she's not. When was the last time she did a recording? Her passion is fashion. And so she has this Fenty, I forget what it's called, where she's working with Amazon. And if you haven't seen it, you should check it out because it's amazing and it's innovative. She has found a way to monetize her passion. So you can click on this Fenty, I forget what it's called, Fenty something. If you do Fenty, it'll come up, I
Hmm.
think. Google it. And she's actually, you can watch um, streaming fashion shows and you see a negligee or swimsuit or evening gown or whatever, and you click on it, and that you go right to Amazon. I think it's Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. And
Mm.
they ask you what size, what color, and you can buy it right away.
Wow.
And
Xfinity?
all the time she's got music going on, musical performers going on, and in a lot of cases they are not the A scalar performers,
Mm-hmm.
but up and coming performers. So she's creating opportunity for these young up and coming performers to be heard.
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from? That's
Mm-hmm.
creativity. That is creativity. And that's living
Yeah.
your passion. The more you're into your passion, the more the ideas are going to come. And so I don't know if that answers the question. If I missed part of it, tell me. Because like I said,
I
I
think you hit
wanted
it.
to expound on that, or
Mhm,
and you as a resident professional, correct me if I'm wrong, but
mhm,
it sounds like you can pursue both a practical career and your passion at the same time, even if they diverge in some way. Of course, in life, we hope that they converge and you can do
mhm,
both. You can make money off your passion. But I think
mhm,
what you're also saying is if you pursue your passion, a part of monetizing it is the creativity. You could think of creative ways to monetize your passion. It might not make as much as a standard job like a doctor or something, but you have to also think about balance in life. You know, you're making enough to live, but you're
mhm,
also having good mental health, social health, because you're pursuing your passion. You're not just a cog in the wheel helping somebody else make money. I mean, you might still be helping somebody else make money while pursuing your passion,
mhm,
to be fair,
mhm.
but at least you're enjoying it. Your what's the word I'm looking for? Your quality of life.
Self-fulfilling.
The,
Mhm.
the quality of life is improved because of
Yes,
this. And I think
yes,
you have to decide, is money more important than quality of life? I personally don't think so,
Mm-hmm.
but it's up to the individual to decide.
yeah, and that's part of the. I don't want to say lie, but if I wasn't public, I would probably say lie. But that's kind of the what's the term I'm looking for? The false message that society sells us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had clients that have said to me, I knew what my passion was. This is the same lady with the horses and the kids. She said, but I was married, I had two sons, and I had to work, and I had to, make sure that we had medical insurance and all of that. So now she's an older lady, retired. She says, but now that I'm retired, I can concentrate on my passion. Well, fine. And again, it's a different story for everybody. Your story is not going to be my story. So good for
Mm-hmm.
you. But what if you had a heart attack in your final retirement year and died? God forbid. And I'm saying if I had met the younger you, I would have said, again, how might you? Let's think about some creative ways that you can supplement your income, do horses, whatever that means. I don't have the answers, but
Mm-hmm.
and so you're living your passion, you're feeding your family, and you're being, as you just said, more self-fulfilled, more self-actuated is the term in your life.
This reminds me of
So there's ways.
a conversation I had with Fionn a couple weeks ago
Mm-hmm,
about being poor. So we like to think about being
mm-hmm,
poor as not having any money. But then we started
mm-hmm,
back and forth talking, and we realized that poverty doesn't have to do with money all the time. You can be poor in quality of life. You can be poor in not being able to do things that you want to do. And that's what this conversation made me
mm-hmm.
think about right now is that creativity could be a currency for your quality of life so you don't feel as poor. It doesn't all have to be money. But money is
Yeah,
usually the biggest deciding factor of the things that you can do anyways. And I think we
yeah.
have to find a way to be able to break from that and realize that
Mm-hmm.
you can make less money and do away with some of the frivolous things to make way for more creative things.
Yep. I only have one house in my TV, but when I wake in the morning, I am so excited about the day ahead of me because I'm living my passion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of, I have 4 TVs and 2 cars. I can't stand my supervisor. Anytime I wake up in the morning, I just want to curl up and go back to bed. And I can feel the acid starting to flow into my stomach as I drive towards work.
Yeah. I mean, we all know of stories of people self-deleting because they're depressed, and you think, oh, they're living the dream. They're making so much money. How are they depressed? They're probably not pursuing their passion.
That's true.
Exactly. And they're putting up with a lot of crap every day. And there's no again counterbalance. There's no sailing on weekend even if it's that's all it is. You know, to at least give you that release and that recharge. Yeah, I really like being able to help people to get in touch with their passions, but I think that should also be part of the educational process. Appreciate it.
Thank you.